do a check on it, okay? Yeah, testing, 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 1, 2, 3. With the intention to attain the ultimate supreme goal that surpasses even the wish-granting jewel, may I constantly cherish all living beings.
That's a bit low.
Okay. Now,
Oh, yeah.
It's coming through okay, but I've got it wound up the volume, so
It's just that.
that's the best we can do.
Yeah, we'll have to do, won't it?
Yeah. Right, let's try the music now. That's good.
Your body is a wish fulfilling jewel.
Now, we're just on the break and press, so we need. What do you know?
And that says prayers and meditation
It
is not.
does.
Because it's a good fortune, but it's not.
Oh, blessed.
I think we look in albums and click on it at the end. Right. Now, which one is it?
Well, it should be essence of good fortune, but I don't understand why it's. Oh, that's prayers and meditation and essence of good fortune. So we have what's called. I'm used to using this group.
Use this one. Okay. I'm just wondering whether
Essence of good fortune, is that it?
Speaking you. Yeah. I think that's it, yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Let's just shift it back and on. We've got liberating prayer, refuge, virtue, yeah. Essence of good fortune. There you go. You just put your arrow into the window, the bit you want to move, and then you 2 fingers on the scroll. So we've got essence of good fortune for 7 minutes. Conquest, request, receiving blessings, and then great slaves of pathway, transformation, dedication. Alright. I think we stop at the end of that.
Yeah, yeah, we do.
And then we go to manifestation, the next bit, don't we? That's fine.
Yeah, we do that at the end.
The path begins with strong.
That's good. You know where you are. You know better than me.
Well, no, but I don't know how to get to the top now.
Right.
Can't go back like
Scroll
that.
on 2 fingers. Scroll on the pad. That's it. Yeah. And then you click on the one you want to play first. Have you got that? No, you haven't actually got it. So click on the arrow. This arrow on the left. That's it. Right. Now we should. No, it's not come up there.
It's just play it here then. Because that says it's.
Yeah, but you've not actually selected.
So what do I play if this plays then? It says essence of good fortune.
Well, try it. Go on. Try it. That's great. That's great. Yeah.
Right, kettle's boiled, glasses in there.
Kettle's boiled. Great. 10 minutes to
You
go.
need to remember to put the stairs back out rather than.
That's great. Yeah, I think we're cooking.
So we haven't got very many people here tonight. Bernie, not sure.
Well, no more. At least from Michelle, hopefully.
I've got my empty reading glasses case. That's not very sensitive.
Oh dear.
I can manage, but I just really just
Okay.
I've got a twist. Simon. Oh, I thought Linda's messages were so cute as well.
Oh,
Weren't they? I don't know, sometimes when she's like, I want these on, I'll do beep, 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 beep. And be very and Kesha like. So that was just lovely, wasn't it? Really? Oh, Sue, thank you.
Anything else needed at all?
I think, well, I've got a horrible feeling we might just forget, but the nice thing about Talopa is you'll just go with the flow, won't you, if we do have forgotten anything.
I think we've got everything. Yeah, your flowers and there was the other Sue's both.
She was soon putting them together.
In fact, all three Sues were involved, weren't they? Because we had Sue Mack who brought the flowers, and then Sue Carroll arranged them,
Yeah.
as well as you. And you
Oh, it was so was it the festive Sue's? Sue the florist is just, she has a beautiful touch with flowers, I tell you.
Oh, of course, yeah, I forgot she was a
Oh,
florist.
honestly, yeah, she's beautiful. Susan ladies. Gosh, they've got heating on them, haven't they?
Oh,
I've noticed as soon as I get, it's lovely, my house, it's freezer coming up. Wow, it's lovely.
Come on in, dogs. You'll need a table. It's all going here. We've having windows fitted tomorrow,
Wow.
and they should have been fitted on Monday, and it was coming into the camper, and we cleared the camper after Sunday. Put all the sheeting down for it.
that's terrible, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah, I suppose it is what it is, but it's challenging.
very challenging. The whole episode was challenging, and it still continues to be. But there you go. We're learning, aren't we? This is why we're here to learn. Yeah. I think it picks up.
Nice. You okay, Gordon?
Yeah, yeah. Back to FP.
Yeah.
There's a few apologies.
Go round to the house, knock on the door, and check they're not on the house.
When I'm watching Netflix, they're good reason. Good reason.
But soon not Welsh.
Is she not?
Two couches, blood pressure
Oh.
was plummeting. The doctor said they're going in.
Oh dear, when was this today?
She was here this morning.
She says, well,
Job did it last night.
you, Sue, you will be over the Pennines next week?
I am. So is that all right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'll probably get, I hope I'll get to it before you remind me. You can always remind me.
Oh, well, it's lovely, don't mind, 'cause I don't want to, but I know you're so busy, but yes, I'll be there.
This time.
I know, with grandchildren, but I love them to pieces, so. Yeah.
How old are they, Sue?
I've got two over here, one's 6 and one is 4. And then two over in York, one's 2 and the other's 4.
Oh, lovely.
It is lovely, honestly. I love it.
Oh, that is lovely.
I was saying to someone earlier today about open day and the kids. See,
Yes.
baby. So I persuaded the mother, said, you look, you've got to come back. You can put your crowd in the camper and you can experience meditation in the camper or in here while I look like you, baby.
We'll all be out there looking after the baby, any excuse. Oh my gosh.
It's like so peaceful, this baby. And
Oh, it was lovely, wasn't it?
and she puts it down to the fact that she was 9 months pregnant when she went to St George's Hall for the anxiety thing with the Gendorning.
Seriously.
Oh, she honestly believes that's good. and it just got blessed. Maybe fraction was there. This is before it was born. He was born.
That's incredible. I hope she discounted on his son. He's spoiled by his own kids.
Yeah.
I had to have hope.
I knew you would go to give you been out there with a light looking after the baby, I'm sure. Oh, beautiful.
I said, you don't really see babies. As you get older and your family grows up, you don't get babies in your family, do you? Sounds like that's just not good. I call my niece and nephews are all grown up now. Alice, she's just got married, so she might have children. And my other niece, she's got children. She lives in America, so she doesn't get to see them.
That's so sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is sad.
Yeah, she's blood pressure. She had the doctor sent her to me. She's been having the heart problems. She went in for a procedure, but they couldn't do it. So she's a bit.
Because it was so low.
No, she went in for procedure before all this happened today.
Yeah.
But she said they couldn't do it. And she be sent to home, but she's not right in the heart, not right. They need to do something. I can't remember all the details, but she's obviously felt rough when she went away from me, and she might have gone to the doctor and just sent her home. But she wasn't. I don't know what's Sue's surname? The one that comes in. Sue that's in A&E, what's her surname? Carol. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I was just trying to think which student.
Yeah.
Could we send her a message, or can I send a message on the FP group then?
Yeah, did you get that?
So Sue Howell.
Carol.
Ah,
Yeah.
oh, nice one, thank you.
I don't know if it's in A&E. That's a whole
It's a whole new
That's an experience in that whole
Yeah.
patience. Oh, did you know about sushi? She's gone to A&E. Her blood pressure's gone down.
It's gone there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to give her a ring when I finish dinner.
She's texted on and said the doctor sent her through.
She didn't look backwards.
You were with her today, weren't you? Had you
Yeah,
dinner with
she
her?
didn't look backwards.
No, she looked a bit.
When I first got here, it was like, how are you doing? She's like, yeah, there's tablets away in wonders. And then by the end,
She looked a bit. She looked on it.
O blessed one, Shakyamuni Buddha, precious treasury of compassion, bestower of supreme inner peace, you who love all beings without exception, are the source of happiness and goodness, and you guide us to the liberating path. Your body is a wish-fulfilling jewel. Your speech is supreme purifying nectar, and your mind is refuge for all living beings. With folded hands I turn to you, supreme unchanging friend. I request from the depths of my heart, please give me the light of your wisdom to dispel the darkness of my mind, and to heal my mental continuum. Please nourish me with your goodness, that I in turn may nourish all beings with an unceasing banquet of delight. Through your compassionate intention, your blessings and virtuous deeds, and my strong wish to rely upon you. May all suffering quickly cease, and all happiness and joy be fulfilled, and may holy Dharma flourish forevermore. May the whole ground become completely pure, as level as the palm of a hand, and as smooth as lapis lazuli. May all the space be filled with offerings from gods and men, both set out and imagined, like offerings of thee, O good one. In the space in front, on a lion throne, on a cushion of lotus, sun and moon, sits Buddha Shakyamuni, the essence of all my kind teachers, surrounded by the assembly of direct and indirect gurus, Yidams, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, heroes, solitary conquerors, heroes, dakinis, and armor protectors. I and all my kind mothers, fearing samsara's torments, turn to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, the only sources of refuge. From now until enlightenment, to the three jewels we go for refuge. I and all sentient beings until we achieve enlightenment, go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I and all sentient beings until we achieve enlightenment, go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I and all sentient beings until we achieve enlightenment, go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I and all sentient beings until we achieve enlightenment, go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I and all sentient beings until we achieve enlightenment, go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I and all sentient beings until we achieve enlightenment, go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I and all sentient beings until we achieve enlightenment, go for refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Through the virtues I collect by giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha for the benefit of all. Through the virtues I collect by giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha for the benefit of all. Through the virtues I collect by giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha for the benefit of all. From the hearts of all refuge objects, lights and letters stream down and dissolve into myself and all living beings, purifying negative karma and obstructions, increasing our lives, our virtues, and Dharma realization. May everyone be happy, may everyone be free from misery, may no one ever be separated from their happiness. May everyone have equanimity, free from hatred and attachment. You, protector of all beings, great destroyer of hosts of demons, please, O Blessed One, Lord of all, come to this place with your retinue. With my body, speech, and mind, humbly I prostrate, and make offerings both set out and imagined. I confess my wrong deeds from all time, and rejoice in the virtues of all. Please stay until samsara ceases, and turn the wheel of Dharma for us. I dedicate all virtues to great enlightenment. The ground sprinkled with perfume and spread with flowers, the great mountain for land, sun and moon, seen as a Buddha land and offered thus. May all beings enjoy such pure lands. I offer without any sense of loss the objects that give rise to my attachment, hatred, and confusion, my friends, enemies, and strangers, our bodies and enjoyments. Please accept these and bless me to be released directly from the three poisons. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami. So now, my most kind rude Guru, please sit on the lotus and moon on my crown, and grant me out of your great kindness your body, speech, and mind's attainments. I make request to you, Buddha Shakyamuni, whose body comes from countless virtues, whose speech fulfills the hopes of mortals, whose mind sees clearly all existence. I make request to you, Gurus of the lineage of extensive deeds, Venerable Maitreya, noble Sangha Vasubandhu, and all the other precious teachers who have revealed the path of vastness. I make request to you, Gurus of the lineage of profound view, Venerable Manjushri Nagarjuna Chandrakirti, and all the other precious teachers who have revealed the most profound path. I make request to you, Gurus of the lineage of secret mantra, Conqueror Vajradhara, Tilopa, and Naropa, and all the other precious teachers who have revealed the path of Tantra. I make request to you, Gurus of the old Kadam lineage, the second Buddha teacher Dromtompa Geshe-Potawa, and all the other precious teachers who have revealed the union of vast and profound paths. I make request to you, Gurus of the new Kadam lineage, Venerable Tsongkhapa Jampa Gyatso Kedrupje, and all the other precious teachers who have revealed the union of Sutra and Tantra. I make request to you, Venerable Khalsang Gyatso, protector of a vast ocean of living beings, unequal teacher of the paths to liberation and enlightenment, who accomplish and explain everything that was revealed by the fourth deliverer of this fortunate eon. I make request to you, my kind precious teacher, who care for those with uncontrolled minds, untamed by all the previous Buddhas, as if they were fortunate disciples. Please pour down your inspiring blessings upon myself and all my mothers, so that we may quickly stop all perverse minds, from disrespect for our kind teacher, to the most subtle jewel appearance. Please pour down your inspiring blessings, so that we may quickly generate pure minds, from respect for our kind teacher, to the supreme mind of union. Please pour down your inspiring blessings, to pacify all outer and inner obstructions. Please pour down your inspiring blessings upon myself and all my mothers, so that we may quickly stop all perverse minds, from disrespect for our kind teacher, to the most subtle jewel appearance. Please pour down your inspiring blessings, so that we may quickly generate pure minds, from respect for our kind teacher, to the supreme mind of union. Please pour down your inspiring blessings, to pacify all outer and inner obstructions. Please pour down your inspiring blessings upon myself and all my mothers, so that we may quickly stop all perverse minds, from disrespect for our kind teacher, to the most subtle jewel appearance. Please pour down your inspiring blessings, so that we may quickly generate pure minds, from respect for our kind teacher, to the supreme mind of union. Please pour down your inspiring blessings, to pacify all outer and inner obstructions. From the hearts of all the holy beings, streams of light and nectar flow down, granting blessings and purifying. The path begins with strong reliance on my kind teacher, source of all good. Oh, bless me with this understanding to follow him with great devotion. This human life with all its freedoms extremely rare, with so much meaning. Oh, bless me with this understanding all day and night to seize its essence. My body like a water bubble decays and dies so very quickly. After death come results of karma, just like the shadow of a body. With this firm knowledge and remembrance, bless me to be extremely cautious, always avoiding harmful actions and gathering abundant virtue. Samsara's pleasures are deceptive, give no contentment, only torment. So please bless me to strive sincerely to gain the bliss of perfect freedom. Oh, bless me so that from this pure thought come mindfulness and greatest caution, to keep as my essential practice the doctrine's root, the Pratimoksha. Just like myself, all my kind mothers are drowning in samsara's ocean. Oh, so that I may soon release them, bless me to train in bodhicitta. But I cannot become a Buddha by this alone, without three ethics. So bless me with the strength to practice the Bodhisattva's ordination, by pacifying my distractions and analyzing perfect meanings. Bless me to quickly gain the union of special insight and quiescence. When I become a pure container through common paths, bless me to enter the essence practice of good fortune, the supreme vehicle Vajrayana. The two attainments both depend on my sacred vows and my commitments. Bless me to understand this clearly and keep them at the cost of my life. By constant practice in 4 sessions, the way explained by holy teachers. Oh, bless me to gain both the stages which are the essence of the Tantras. May those who guide me on the good path and my companions all have long lives. Bless me to pacify completely all obstacles, outer and inner. May I always find perfect teachers and take delight in holy Dharma. accomplish all grounds and pass swiftly, and gain the state of Vajradhara. And so we can meditate. Sitting in good meditation posture. Letting go of all your concerns about the outside world. Bring your mind completely inside this room. And we can contemplate how, having studied the previous sections of 8 Steps to Happiness, we're beginning to realize conventional bodhicitta, the mind that simply seeks enlightenment in order to be able to benefit others. Now we have the opportunity to study, contemplate, and meditate on ultimate bodhicitta. Using the motivation of conventional bodhicitta, we deepen our experience of wisdom. So this practice of wisdom that is based upon conventional bodhicitta is called ultimate bodhicitta, because the wisdom realizing emptiness is an ultimate truth. First, developing an intellectual understanding of emptiness, and then through meditation, developing a direct realization of emptiness. Eventually, we're able to realize the union of the two truths. Conventional truth and ultimate truth. Conventional truths, which are the basis of the practice of conventional bodhicitta, and ultimate truths, which are the basis of the practice of emptiness. So the path to enlightenment simply involves developing the union of these two truths. So we can meditate on the determination to realize ultimate truth by studying, contemplating and meditating on this chapter, Ultimate Bodhicitta. And through this, eventually, being able to attain the union of the two truths. Realizing that conventional truth and ultimate truth are the same entity, never separate, not two, just one. So meditate on these words. I will attain a realization of ultimate truth and thereby attain the state of enlightenment through the union of the two truths. When I accomplish this, I'll be able to benefit every living being every day. There is no greater meaning of my precious human life. So meditate single-pointedly on this determination to realize the ultimate truth. for the last minute or so, make this determination very strong. The determination to realize ultimate truth. Thank you. Are there any spare copies of the text? In the library, maybe? I think we need two.
I'll give him Rachel mine and I'll just listen. So we just got to listen to yours. Have you got
It's so big. I'll just put mine in front of you.
Are there none in the library?
I didn't see Donna's one.
He's gone to look.
We just have to buy one. Okay, the root text.
Local. Do you want to, as we've got Rachel's brand new, do you want to explain the format of this a little bit? That just was the first time I got a bit confused.
Well, let's do it after the root text and the condensed meaning.
Do you want to,
So the root text is on page 263. So you're encouraged to memorize this. With the intention to attain the ultimate supreme goal that surpasses even the wish-granting jewel, may I constantly cherish all living beings. Whenever I associate with others, may I view myself as the lowest of all, and with a perfect intention, may I cherish others as supreme. examining my mental continuum throughout all my actions. As soon as a delusion of self-cherishing develops, whereby I or others would act inappropriately, may I firmly face it and avert it. Whenever I see unfortunate beings oppressed by evil and violent suffering, may I cherish them as if I had found a rare and precious treasure. Even if someone I have helped and of whom I had great hopes, nevertheless harms me intentionally, may I see him or her as my holy spiritual guide. When others out of jealousy or anger harm me or insult me, may I take defeat upon myself and offer them the victory. In short, may I directly and indirectly offer help and happiness to all my mothers, and secretly take upon myself all their harm and suffering. Furthermore, through all the above practices, together with a mind undefiled by stains of conceptions of the eight extremes, and that sees all phenomena as illusory, may I and all living beings be released from the bondage of mistaken appearance and conception. And then the condensed meaning from page 269. From the paragraph that is entitled Training in Ultimate Bodhicitta has 10 parts. Training in Ultimate Bodhicitta has 10 parts. What is emptiness? The emptiness of our body, the emptiness of our mind, the emptiness of our I, the emptiness that is empty of 8 extremes, conventional and ultimate truths, the union of the two truths, the practice of emptiness in our daily activities, the purpose of meditating on emptiness, a simple training in ultimate bodhicitta. So the format of this class is that we first of all engage in the preparatory prayers. The preparatory prayers are to accumulate merit, to purify negativity, and receive the blessings of holy beings. Without receiving blessings, nothing much is happening with our mind. So also we have a lot of accumulated negative karma, so part of the preparatory prayers are aimed to purify that negative karma. So eventually our mind is becoming more and more pure and more able. It just falls down. So as our mind becomes more and more pure, then naturally our compassion and our wisdom grow more easily. And gradually because we become more and more free from delusions.
We've got lots of 8 steps of happiness.
Well, good now.
You can't have too many of them.
So, yeah, so we do engage in the preparatory prayers. Then we do a meditation, which is based on what we studied in the previous week. Now, so we've been away for a long time, so we don't have a previous week. So I just made up the meditation. But from now on, for the rest, until we finish the book, then we will come to a consensus about the meditation for the following week, arising from the paired discussions. So the first part is the preparatory practices. and reciting the root text and the condensed meaning. The second part is the oral transmission, which simply the oral transmission of the text from the teacher. And then there is, we'd split up into pairs and discuss what we've learnt from the transmission and come to a conclusion. And the conclusion is the object of meditation for the next session. And then we finish with dedication prayers. So we dedicate all the merit that we've accumulated for our own enlightenment and for the enlightenment of all other living beings. So part of the preparatory prayers is what makes what we're doing in the class a Buddhist practice and also a Mahayana practice. The distinction between the uncommon aspect of Mahayana Buddhism is that Mahayanas seek enlightenment in order to be able to benefit other living beings. So we develop this mind of bodhicitta, bodhi meaning enlightenment and citta meaning mind. So we have this mind that seeks enlightenment. And that's the uncommon feature of Mahayanists. Other Hinayanists and Theravadan do not have bodhicitta. But what they aspire to is permanent peace for themselves, with the idea that there's only one enlightened being. But Buddha has said that every living being has the potential to become enlightened. So all we have to do is to ripen that potential by realizing conventional bodhicitta and ultimate bodhicitta. So it's all in here. So you just got to swallow this book. Okay? Good. So, the oral transmission. Page 201, Training in Ultimate Bodhicitta. Furthermore, through all the above practices, together with a mind undefiled by stains of conceptions of the 8 extremes, and that sees all phenomena as illusory, may I and all living beings be released from the bondage of mistaken appearance and conception. So what this verse is saying, if we take the last line, may I and all living beings be released from the bondage of mistaken appearance and conception. When we have mistaken appearances and mistaken conceptions, then we develop delusions. Because we don't see the world in a way in which it truly exists. We tend to see the world and assent to its existence independent upon what appears to our sense awarenesses. We see something, we believe it. But teachings on ultimate bodhicitta are saying, well, actually this is a mistake. Because it seems that everything appears to exist from its own side. So like when you're just thinking about what's going on in this room, you never think it's anything to do with your mind. It's to do with something else. And other people here, they're not anything to do with your mind, they're outside your mind. And so their existence, if they're outside your mind, their existence is encapsulated within what appears as them. And the same, this applies to everything, all phenomena that we normally see. We spontaneously assent to the view that all its existence of any phenomenon that we perceive of with our eyes, with our ears, with our sense of smell or taste or touch,
it's all separate from our mind, therefore its existence is coming from the side of the object. So, like for example, in the West we talk about objective reality. But in reality there's no such thing. There's no objective reality. Everything is dependent upon the mind of the observer or perceiver. Everything. So right in this moment, everything is in your, the whole of this room is in your mind. And therefore the way this room exists for you is dependent upon your mind. You might think this is a wonderful room, there's amazing stuff that's going on in this room. Or you may think, this is a real drag. I'd rather be somewhere else. So, because we assert that the way things exist is dependent upon everything coming from the side of the object, we just make mistakes all the time. We fail to realize that just by purifying our mind, then everything that would appear to our mind would be pure. Yeah. If unpleasant things appear to our mind, it's because our mind is unpleasant. It's not because there's nothing coming from out there. There's nothing coming from out there. There's nothing coming from out there. So the question then arises, well, why do some things appear and other things not? Yeah, the answer to that question is simply karma. We've created the karma for some things to appear, like this room. You've created the karma to be here on a Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. And many other people haven't created the karma. That's their misfortune. And so, and everything that appears in our life is simply an appearance that is arising because of the ripening of the karmic potentials we've created in all our past lives through our own actions. So this karma is, cause and effect, and realizing emptiness, realizing this wisdom, realizing emptiness, is realizing there's not even an atom of inherent existence in either samsara or nirvana. Even nirvana is simply appearance to our mind. Everything that we experience is simply appearance. Our problem is that we grasp at it as truly existing, as if it's real, and other than just an appearance. But when, through studying emptiness, we come to realize there's no such thing as inherent existence. Never has been, is not now, never will be in the future. Then we just relax. We realize that everything is simply appearance to mind, and therefore, if we just relax our mind, then we're free. We're free of anxiety, we're free of fear, we're free of delusions, of anger and jealousy and desires, attachment. And we just chill out and enjoy ourselves. Enjoy whatever appears. So, may I and all living beings be released from the bondage of mistaken appearance and conception, because we see all phenomena as illusory. So, when it says, furthermore, through all the above practices, not only, it means two things. First of all the practices of cherishing others, developing compassion, developing concentration, developing conventional bodhicitta. These are all practices, and gradually our mind is changing, and it's leading us to this, to be able to realize ultimate truth, ultimate bodhicitta. But also we can practice, we come to be able to practice everything like cherishing others, developing compassion, and so on, in combination with our understanding of emptiness. So, for example, when suffering beings are appearing to us, even though we realize these are just appearances, and there's no real suffering beings coming from the side of the object, from their side. It's really just aspects of our own minds, illusions. Even though suffering living beings are appearing to us, we remain with this mind of compassion, realizing at the same time that they are illusory living beings. They're not real. They're not true. So that's the union of compassion and wisdom. If you look at, it's like two wings of a bird. One wing is compassion, the other is wisdom. When we combine the two, then we're able to fly and take off to this state of enlightenment. Okay, but all this will be explained. The main practices of training the mind are the two bodhicittas, conventional bodhicitta and ultimate bodhicitta. The first 7 verses teach us how to develop conventional bodhicitta, and the 8th and last verse reveals how to develop ultimate bodhicitta. As explained in the previous chapter, conventional bodhicitta is the wish to attain enlightenment for the sake of all living beings. So this is not, this mind of conventional bodhicitta is not easy to attain. The main reason is that our main practice is self-cherishing. Is it not? And in order to attain conventional bodhicitta, normally if we ever think about enlightenment, we think, oh, it would be really good for me if I attained enlightenment. That'd be really cool then. But this mind of conventional bodhicitta is dependent upon a mind of compassion. And we develop the compassion from coming to cherish others, to relax our hold on cherishing ourselves, cherish others more. And the more we cherish others, the more easy it is to develop compassion for them, because we realize they're suffering. Everybody's suffering in one way or another. And so once we realize other suffering, then we come to the realization, naturally, that because I want to lead them out of their suffering, I must attain enlightenment myself. And that determination to attain enlightenment is conventional bodhicitta. Ultimate bodhicitta is a wisdom that directly realizes ultimate truth or emptiness, motivated by conventional bodhicitta. So the word directly is important here. Emptiness is not, we don't normally recognize it. You can't just point to emptiness. We've got to develop a mental awareness, a mental realization of emptiness as lack of inherent existence. Emptiness and lack of inherent existence mean the same thing. So initially, we can only come to know emptiness or realize emptiness through a logical process, a mental process. And it goes something like this. If something exists in the way in which it appears, we'll be able to find it if we search. And if we search in every possible location and we can't find the thing that is that and nothing else, then we have to come to the conclusion that that thing that we think is existing from its own side, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist because it is unfindable. If it was findable, you'd be able to find it. But because we've searched everywhere, we come to the realization that it is unfindable. And that unfindability is like a generic image that leads us to be able to see the absence of inherent existence of the object that we're searching for. So first we realize emptiness indirectly through this generic image of unfindability. But if we keep meditating on emptiness in this way, gradually the generic image of unfindability will begin to fade away. Eventually it will fade away completely, and that moment we're able to see emptiness directly, as if we were seeing it with our eyes, our open eyes. And we're seeing emptiness with our wisdom eyes. So, that moment, then we have ultimate bodhicitta, is a wisdom that directly realizes ultimate truth or emptiness, motivated by conventional bodhicitta. So you see, there's a lot of aspects of mind that are going on in this process. Not only do we have to have love and compassion and concentration in order to develop conventional bodhicitta, we have to use that concentration and compassion to develop this ultimate bodhicitta and the wisdom of this logic of, it comes from Nagarjuna. And we'll see how this works out when we come to the examples of emptiness. The first example is the emptiness of our body. When we meditate on emptiness to develop or increase ultimate bodhicitta, we are training in ultimate bodhicitta. It is called ultimate bodhicitta because its object is ultimate truth, emptiness, and it is one of the main paths to enlightenment. The bodhicitta that has been explained so far is conventional bodhicitta, and this is the nature of compassion, whereas ultimate bodhicitta is the nature of wisdom. These two bodhicittas are like the two wings of a bird with which we can fly to the enlightened world. If we do not know the meaning of emptiness, there is no basis for training in ultimate bodhicitta, because emptiness is the object of ultimate bodhicitta. So what is the difference between empty and emptiness? In Buddhism, emptiness has great meaning. It is the real nature of things and is a very profound and meaningful object. If we realize emptiness of all phenomena, then, as I said earlier, then all our delusions just naturally fall away. Our mind becomes completely pure, free from delusions. You see a statue of Manjushri. I think it's was it on the top shelf? Top left shelf. And you notice he's wielding a sword. This is the sword of wisdom that cuts through all delusions. If we realize emptiness directly, we will attain permanent liberation from all the sufferings of this life and countless future lives. There is no greater meaning than this. So you're completely free. And you can imagine that once you become completely free, you're better able to lead others to that same state. It's very difficult to teach people not to be angry if you're angry yourself. So, we can do a little bit, but our teachings will never be completely perfect until we purify our own mind. So emptiness is a very meaningful object, but an empty is just empty, has no special meaning. There is an empty of inherent existence, but there is no emptiness of inherent existence, because inherent existence itself does not exist. Inherent existence does not exist. Never has done, does not now, never will do. So once you take that sentence to heart, inherent existence does not exist, then you have to ask the question, well, what's happening with all the things that are appearing to me, all the people who appear to me, all the places, all the things I enjoy that are appearing to me? If they do not exist from their own side, how do they exist? How do they exist? Even when we begin to hear this about inherent existence doesn't exist, we still try to argue, well, there must be something coming from the side of the object. There must be something coming from out there. Otherwise, why do things appear? And there's some philosophical schools, Mahayana schools actually take that view. There's always something coming from the side of the object, a little bit. Even though there's emptiness, there's a little bit of something. There's no little bit of something. If there was, you'd be able to find it. Je Tsongkhapa said, the knowledge of emptiness is superior to any other knowledge. The teacher who teaches emptiness unmistakably is superior to any other teacher. And the realization of emptiness is the very essence of Buddha Dharma. The realization of emptiness is the very essence of Buddha Dharma. If we realize emptiness, particularly the emptiness of ourself, we can do extraordinary things. We can just impute. The moment we impute a self on the basis of the appearance of our aggregates of body and mind, our aggregates appear and we impute a self on the basis of these aggregates. So the aggregates are the basis, and the self that we impute is the result of this process of imputation. Once we realize emptiness of our body and our mind, then we realize the emptiness of ourself. that our self is just an appearance. And we can change that appearance through the practice of Tantra. The whole practice of Tantra is dependent upon realizing emptiness. But even though everything is empty, they still exist. Everything still exists as appearance. All we do in the practice of Tantra is change our appearance from an ordinary self to the self of a tantric deity, like Vajrayogini in the top shelf. Is he on the bottom now? Yeah. So, I mean, we can do this. I mean, just if we realize the emptiness of ourself, then from that emptiness we can just reappear to ourself, our own mind, as an enlightened deity. For other people, we'd still appear as our ordinary self, but for ourself, to our mind, appearing to our mind, is ourself as an enlightened deity. And so then we can engage in the actions. We imagine we are engaging in all the actions of an enlightened deity. By practicing like this, eventually, we just become that enlightened deity. Like, like a method actor. Takes on a character and studies how the character moves physically and their mind as well, how they think and how they act in relation to other things and people. And so they become that person. There's many examples where the actor just stays in character all the time and acts as if they were really that person. And the prime example of this is Daniel Day-Lewis. Don't know if you ever seen My Left Foot? No? It's worth watching. Emptiness is a difficult subject. And so we will need to read the following explanation carefully and think about it deeply. The first line of the 8th verse indicates that all the practices explained in the previous 7 verses should be practiced in conjunction with an understanding of emptiness, the true nature of all phenomena. So once we begin to realize emptiness, then all the practices of conventional bodhicitta we can do it with the realization of emptiness as well. The second line describes the practice of ultimate bodhicitta during the meditation session. The third line describes the practice of ultimate bodhicitta during the meditation break. So we see all phenomena as illusory. All phenomena as illusory. Just an illusion, like what's that thing where you're in the desert and you see an oasis and a mirage? It's like a mirage. So it's just an illusion or a dream. The fourth line explains the purpose of meditating on ultimate bodhicitta, so we become released from the bondage of mistaken appearance and conception, so our mind becomes completely free. The first line, furthermore, through all the above practices, also indicates that ultimate bodhicitta is not an isolated realization, but depends upon all the realizations explained in the first 7 verses. So the first 7 verses are leading up and preparing ourselves to be able to realize wisdom, realizing emptiness. For a realization of emptiness to be ultimate bodhicitta, it must be motivated by conventional bodhicitta. And to develop conventional bodhicitta, we need the realizations of cherishing others, great compassion, and so forth. Moreover, for our study and meditation on emptiness to have a deep impact upon our mind, it must be motivated at least by renunciation, the wish to attain liberation from samsara by abandoning our delusions. So if we have no wish to free ourselves from samsara, then nothing much is going to happen. All our practices will just be worldly practices, aimed at keeping us in samsara. Why do we not wish to be free from samsara? Because we like it too much. And so we develop attachment, and we drag around all our attachments like a bag full of concrete or huge weights that keep us trapped and prevent us from attaining a pure life, free from suffering, and prevent us from attaining enlightenment, where we could really benefit other living beings. If we are motivated only by philosophical curiosity, the best we can hope to achieve is a superficial intellectual understanding of emptiness. We will never achieve a deep and liberating experience. So, what is emptiness? Emptiness is the way things really are. It is the way things exist as opposed to the way they appear. We naturally believe that the things we see around us, such as tables, chairs, and houses, are truly existent, because we believe that they exist in exactly the way that they appear. So here we have a definition of true existence. It's something that exists in exactly the way in which it appears. The thing is, only emptiness is true existence. Everything else is false. Ooh. And deceptive. However, the way things appear to our senses is deceptive and completely contradictory to the way in which they actually exist. Things appear to exist from their own side without depending upon our mind. This book that appears to our mind, for example, seems to have its own independent, objective existence. It seems to be outside, whereas our mind seems to be inside. We feel that the book can exist without our mind. We do not feel that our mind is in any way involved in bringing the book into existence. This way of existing independent of our mind is variously called true existence, inherent existence, existence from its own side, and existence from the side of the object. All of these things mean the same thing. Although things appear directly to our senses to be truly or inherently existent, in reality all phenomena lack or are empty of true existence. This book, our body, our friends, we ourselves, and the entire universe are in reality just appearances to mind, like things seen in a dream. The entire universe is just like something seen in a dream. That's hard to swallow. The entire universe, the stars, the planets, the sun, the moon, the oceans, the mountains, they all seem to exist out there, completely independent of our mind. All of these things are in reality just appearances to mind, like things seen in a dream. If we dream of an elephant, the elephant appears vividly in all its detail. We can see it, hear it, smell it, and touch it. But when we wake up, we realize that it was just an appearance to mind. We do not wonder, where is the elephant now? Because we understand that it was simply a projection of our mind and had no existence outside our mind. When the dream awareness that apprehended the elephant ceased, the elephant did not go anywhere. It simply disappeared or stopped appearing. For it was just an appearance to the mind and did not exist separately from the mind. Buddha said that the same is true for all phenomena. They are mere appearances to mind, totally dependent upon the minds that perceive them. The world we experience when we are awake and the world we experience when we are dreaming are both mere appearances to mind that arise from our mistaken conceptions. If we want to say that the dream world is false, we also have to say that the waking world is false. And if we want to say that the waking world is true, we also have to say that the dream world is true. The only difference between them is that the dream world is an appearance to our subtle, dreaming mind, whereas the waking world is an appearance to our gross, waking mind. So there are three levels of mind: gross, subtle, and very subtle. Gross is our waking mind and our memories. Subtle is our like a dream mind. And very subtle is our deepest level of mind that only becomes manifest when we're asleep, when we're dying, or if we're able to meditate on our very subtle mind. Probably at the moment we're not able to do that. Well,
Probably, definitely not.
generally we only meditate on our very subtle mind in Tantra. The dream world exists only for as long as the dream awareness to which it appears exists. And the waking world exists only for as long as the waking awareness to which it appears exists. Buddha said, you should know that all phenomena are like dreams. When we die, our gross waking minds dissolve into our very subtle mind, and the world we experience when we were alive simply disappears. The world, as others perceive it, will continue, but our personal world will disappear as completely and irrevocably as the world of last night's dream. So I'm going to stop there. And Lucy will divide you into pairs.
Yes, I have the power. Right, so I'm going to have Sudama and Rachel, I'm going to have Michelle and Lizzie, Sharon and Brogden, Eddie and Peter, Lisa and Sangshay, and Sue, I'll go with you, because neither of us are here next to us.
Maybe it's just a social manager again. Show them all. I forget about
No, just ignore me.
You need a louder bell.
That was too good.
Do we have a meditation for next week? That's one of the functions of the discussion.
I think what we did this week, again, making a determination, and I realised it.
Okay. Any advance on that? Everyone's seriously looking at studying the carpet. Is the determination to realize the ultimate bodhicitta.
I think just as well to think how lucky we are. We were saying in discussion how lucky we are to have the calm to be.
Yeah.
Like you were saying.
Yeah.
What's everyone else in Liverpool doing? Who cares?
Okay, is that all right? Okay, good. What I'd like you to think also, as well as preparing the section on the emptiness of the body.
Which pages do you want us to look at, Roper?
Let me just check. page 205 to 214. 205 to 214. It's a lot of pages, I know, but and we may not get through them all. But you'll be prepared.
What's the...
Was your practice for the week?
Oh, yeah, I was... Yeah, you can remember that everything that appears to your mind is just like a mirage, like an illusion. Just an appearance, nothing more. Also, I'd like you to think about the following. If you were to lose your name, what would you be? What would you be? What would be left?
They can try it.
What another way of doing it? Some-
That would be really strange if you lost your name. Because you would feel as if you were losing your identity. Like
Right.
with an illusion.
Right.
Correct, Mondo.
Yeah, that's the idea. Hey, you.
Because all you're left with is body and mind. And both of these are lacking in inherent existence.
So we can be anybody we want.
Yeah,
Not a cat.
without a name.
That's how I'm having you.
But what you want to be is one of them.
Yeah.
Any of them.
Okay, shall we finish with the dedication prayers?
Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Soha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Soha. Through the virtues I have collected, by practicing the stages of the path, may all living beings find the opportunity to practice in the same way. However many living beings there are, experiencing mental and physical suffering, may their suffering cease through the power of my merit, and may they find everlasting happiness and joy. May everyone experience the happiness of humans and gods, and quickly attain enlightenment, so that samsara is finally extinguished. For the benefit of all living beings as extensive as space, may I attain great wisdom like that of Manjushri, great compassion like that of Avalokiteshvara, great power like that of Vajrapani. The Buddha Dharma is the supreme medicine that relieves all mental pain. So may this precious Dharma jewel pervade all worlds throughout space. May there arise in the minds of all living beings great faith in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and thus may they always receive the blessings of the three precious gems. May there never arise in this world the miseries of incurable disease, famine, or war, or the dangers of earthquakes, fires, floods, storms, and so forth. May all mother beings meet precious teachers who reveal the stages of the path to enlightenment, and through engaging in this path, may they quickly attain the ultimate peace of full enlightenment. Through the blessings of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the truth of actions and their effects, and the power of my pure superior intention, may all my prayers be fulfilled. So that the tradition of Jesongkapa, the King of the Dharma, may flourish. May all obstacles be pacified, and may all favorable conditions abound. Through the two collections of myself and others, gathered throughout the three times, may the doctrine of conqueror loss and rapine flourish forevermore. Shakyamuni and Vajradhara, the source of all attainments, Avalokiteshvara, the treasury of unobservable compassion, Manjushri, the supreme stainless wisdom, and Vajrapani, the destroyer of the hordes of martyrs. O venerable Guru Buddha, synthesis of all issues, with my body, speech, and mind, respectfully I make request. Please grant your blessings to ripen and liberate myself and others, and bestow the common and supreme attainments. Tsongkhapa, the scholars of the land of the snows, you are Buddha Shakyamuni and Vajradhara, the source of all attainments, Avalokiteshvara, the treasury of unobservable compassion, Manjushri, the supreme stainless wisdom, and Vajrapani, the destroyer of the hordes of martyrs. O venerable Guru Buddha, synthesis of all issues, with my body, speech, and mind, respectfully I make request. Please grant your blessings to ripen and liberate myself and others, and bestow the common and supreme
first class. I've got a favour, I'm working late next Wednesday, so can someone help set up and potentially help us down with the tech, but particularly the shrine? Is that all right? Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Anybody want to learn to use the camera?
Yeah.